MBA reapplicants should be the most dangerous applicants in the pool because it's their second rodeo. They've collected data and have a chance to do it over and do it over better. But unfortunately, most reapplicants just submit application 1.1 and get dinged again. Hey, I'm Angela, the founder of MBA Protocol. We help ambitious professionals ranging from consultants to private equity investors to entrepreneurs to all kinds of non-traditional background candidates get into dream schools with scholarships to power bold pivots in their career. And we've had a lot of experience helping reapplicants make the second time count. So today I'm going to share with you some of the things I've learned doing ding reviews and helping reapplicants succeed the second time. In this densely packed video, I'm going to tell you how exactly schools evaluate reapplicants logistically. I'm going to talk about the core things that they're looking for in reapplicants and why you need to overcome a very insidious human cognitive bias. And finally, I'm going to tell you 3 things that you can do right now to dramatically improve your chances of reapplication. And one of them is exactly the opposite of what you've probably read on the internet. So stick around till the end. Ha! Okay, but let's start with the emotional reality. Getting dinged hurts. There's very little in this world that is more emotionally destabilizing than rejection of any kind. I got rejected from 3 business schools when I applied, 4 law schools, multiple colleges, and never mind all the rejections that have come since in my career and personal life. I know from experience, I've been in your shoes. Rejection really stings. So allow yourself to feel the pain, to mourn the loss, but don't take it personally. Don't internalize the rejection. The school didn't reject you. They just rejected the candidate profile that you showed them. In other words, they rejected your application, not you as a person. That's the starting point for reapplication success. If you can adopt a learning mindset, you're going to have advantage over all the other first-time applicants because you can learn from your past failure and submit a better application package the second time. But a better application the second time isn't just editing a few words, changing a couple of things about your resume. It's not applying to all the same dream schools and wishing for different luck. It's also not just taking one course or doing one extracurricular activity and calling it a leadership development change. Human beings have the commitment and consistency bias. So the thing you have to overcome as a reapplicant is the fact that the school has already said no to you once. All this means is that humans tend to be consistent with their past decisions. I used to have this joke with my friends in high school. When we wanted to share our lunch or offer someone a piece of gum, we'd say, "Do you want a piece of gum?" They'd say, "No." You'd say, "I've got a piece of gum for you." "No." I'd say, "Take the gum." "No." And then you say, "It's really good." And they'll say, "Okay, fine." And this is just a joke to demonstrate how the human consistency bias works. If you say no the first time, you're going to say no the second time. But new information, like it's really good, might make you say yes. I don't know why this is funny, but it really cracked us up as high school students. The important thing to understand, though, is that adcoms think the same way. If you want to get in the second time, you have to show them a completely different picture. You have to give them genuinely new information about you as a candidate. Consistency bias aside, the good news about how the reapplication process works is that schools are not going to look at both of your applications side by side and compare them. That's a mistake that a lot of people assume, is that they're looking at both applications and cross-checking and being like, wait a minute, this doesn't match this thing, so this person must be a liar. We're going to reject them. It doesn't work like that. Nearly all schools will consider your new application newly, like it's a first-time application, and they're going to make their decision on whether or not they want to interview you based on the new application. At that stage, at the interview stage, and sometimes even at the post-interview stage, they will bring in last year's application just to look and compare. And they expect them to be different. So the one additional layer that you need as a reapplicant is to make sure that this year's application doesn't contradict last year's application in a way that makes you seem disingenuous. At the same time, lots needs to have changed. And so when you write your new application, you'll want to make sure that it reflects the old in a way that demonstrates why you've changed if something major has changed about you, and something major hopefully will have changed about you. So when you're approaching your reapplication, you need an entirely different strategy, not just different words. You need real upgrades in responsibility, skills, achievements, or clarity, or more than one of the above. For example, you need sharper, more grounded goals that really reflect who you are and the internal work that you've done since you first applied to really decide what your life is for and where you want to dedicate your career. That one change alone has been responsible for multiple reapplicant successes among the MBA protocol client base. And then you also need a tighter list of schools that actually reflects your trajectory. If you're reapplying, you want some reapplications, but you're also going to want a couple of new applications so that you have a well-rounded portfolio that balances risk across reaches, matches, and safeties. So your reapplication is not about proving that you want it more. It's about showing that you can take feedback from reality, adjust, recalibrate, and execute. 3 things you can do right now that will help your reapplication be more successful. The first and potentially most important thing you can do is request a call to talk with me directly about your reapplication. You can do that by going to this link that's on the screen right here, mbaprotocol.com/MBA. This is a package build call. What we'll do is talk specifically through your application strategy last year, and I'll give you some suggestions for how you can make this year more successful, including how you can work with me and the MBA protocol team to build an application that shows your absolute best self. The second thing you can do right now is go and look at last year's application. And instead of asking the question I know you've been dwelling on ever since you got that ding, instead of asking, what did I do wrong? Or where did I not measure up? Or where am I not good enough vis-a-vis my competitors or people I know have gotten into this program in the past? And instead ask yourself this question: which aspects of my application are a fudge? By which I mean, where did you underdevelop the story or your thinking or your goals or the resume bullet or the aspect of your candidacy that you put forward? Where were you pretending? Where were you telling a story because you thought it was the right version to tell? Where did you not tell the whole truth about yourself and about a given experience? If you have any parts of your application where you can say you pretended, you forced it, or you withheld the entire truth, then you left huge points on the table. Schools are looking for people that are emotionally intelligent, evolved adults who know who they are, can own it, and then can talk about it, warts and all. That's kind of the definition of leadership. Or at least it's a really valid one. So go back through your application and find the places where you fudged. Those are the first places you need to go to work in your reapplication strategy. And the third thing you can do, if you're not ready to have a call to talk directly with me, is join the MBA Momentum Club. It's a free community of people who are working towards MBA success just like you. I'm in there, the coaches are in there, we've got some amazing peers that are going to cheer you on your journey, and lots of free resources to help you make the most of your second application rodeo. I'm going to leave you with a graphical image of what you're trying to do in your reapplication. Take a look at this picture. The hamburger on the left is maybe the candidacy you presented last year, and the hamburger on the right is the candidacy you presented this year. Both hamburgers, both the same person that is being put forward, but one of them shows the very best multi-dimensional, delicious, and omnicolored version of you. And the other one is just flat. As you're reapplying, you want to show the deluxe gourmet hamburger version of yourself. And if you're pretending or you're hiding or you're withholding the truth, likely you look more like the flat burger on the left. I don't know. I hope that image helps you understand the task. It's the same you, just a different candidacy that's being presented. I'm rooting for you, especially if you're doing this the second time. If you found this video helpful, it helps a ton if you can like it, if you can subscribe, or if you can even leave a comment. We're churning out the videos this year to help you apply to the schools of your dreams and get in. So I'll see you next time right here at MBA Protocol. Let's start with the emotion. Consistency bias aside,